Alright, guys, time for another comic review, and this is another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Thank you as always, brother. I kind of finished this book a little fast. It was kind of a small one after how big Ultimates was, so I just kind of breezed through this one real fast. And that is Scarlet Witch, or should it be rather called Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver? Yeah, I'm going to talk about this right now. So this is a 4-part miniseries, but it's still in canon with the Steve Orlando Scarlet Witch run, which, by the way, you guys seem to really like whenever I come back to the Steve Orlando Scarlet Witch books. They usually get a lot of high views, and by high I mean a little over 100. But hey, that's me. Yeah, I don't get the numbering of the Steve Orlando Scarlet Witch books. I'm just going to talk about that right now. The thing of it is that this is a 4-part miniseries, but it could have easily just been a story arc. Like, you could have just called it Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in the book, rather than make it a 4-part miniseries, end the Scarlet Witch ongoing, and then go back to the Scarlet Witch ongoing with a new #1, which is called Volume 4. I have that. Chris sent me that book, too. So, yeah, this is even... Look right here. Look, you see? Volume 3. Volume 3. And it's... If you were looking at this... It'd be Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver #1 through 4, but why is it called Volume 3? I don't know. Then you go back to, Steve Orlando's second era of Scarlet Witch, and then you look at that numbering. It's Volume 5, but it says issue 1 of 5, 1 through 5. What's going on here? Did someone have a stroke? Did I have a stroke? I think I'm having a stroke. Honey, call the doctor. You see what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, so I don't get the numbering here. So yeah, this is in the next story. This could have just been a 4-part story arc and called Volume 3 of Scarlet Witch. I don't get it. It bothers me. It's stressing me. It's stressing me. Kudos if you got that reference. Anyway, so let's talk about the actual comic. So the actual story is that Wanda, just for upkeep, Wanda has basically set up shop in New Jersey with Darcy, who's now part of the Marvel Universe. And the two of them have been going around helping people who go through this thing called the Last Door, which is like last resort kind of help, and Wanda helps them. But in this storyline, we follow that Pietro and Wanda have received the last will and testament of Magneto, who died. They don't know he got resurrected in that time frame. But yeah. Also, Wanda's been going through it because she just saw a clone of her father, Joseph, get killed in the last story arc. So, yeah, Wanda reads the last will and testament of Eric Lensher and destroys it because she's like, yeah, I can't in good conscience let you see that, Pietro. It's going to destroy you. And Pietro, in all of it... If you think Namor has a fucking ego, you guys have clearly not read enough Quicksilver books. But yeah, Quicksilver basically is like, Pietro's just like, fine, I don't like you anyway. You're a big dumb bitch anyway. I hate you. And just runs away. And by running, he runs through all of his family members. Like, he passes by his sister. He passes by M, who he had a relationship with. He even runs by his nephew, Speed. And trust me, we'll get back to him in a bit. But yeah. But during that time, the twins get attacked by the Wizard, who has been... encountered this angelic being who will probably play a big part in the next story arc. But yeah, the Wizard basically says, hey, I got this vision, you two need to die. So yeah, Wanda ends up going to the only person who can help her save her brother, and that's the Vision. Meanwhile, Speed runs to the aid of his uncle. If you haven't guessed yet, Steve Orlando really likes the Scarlet Witch family. And I gotta give it to Steve Orlando as a whole. The dude has just been doing all the heavy lifting of, like, undoing all the damage Wanda has gone through as a character. Because, trust me, if you've read anything of Marvel from, like, the 70s and 80s and 90s, and even all the way up to House of M and a little after, holy shit, everyone shit-canned Wanda. Like, every writer just progressively beat this poor woman down, and Steve Orlando seems to be the only one like, okay, I can fix this. And, like, he does his damnedest to, like, fix this character. And that's all this comic has really been, is just, hey, I need to, Wanda needs some help as a character, I'm gonna do it. And he shows a lot of love to the Maximoff family. Like, he even basically says, like, hey, Magneto may not be their real father. Who gives a shit, really? No, I didn't like Axis. You didn't like Axis. No one. Allie Wing sure as hell didn't like Axis. That's why he put in Resurrection of Magneto, oh, you're still my daughter no matter what. It's almost like no one fucking liked the idea of Axis and that whole thing of getting rid of the whole family of breaking off the family of Wanda and Pietro from Magneto, and that was marching orders from the top that no one fucking liked. It really does feel like that. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so Pietro and Wanda in here, this really goes about, this is the core of this book is them trying to, like, find common ground again, and, you know, they've basically been at each other's throats, and they're trying to figure out their lives. On top of that, it is cool to see Wanda back with Vision again. It has been heavily implied in the Jed MacKay Avengers run, but it's nice to see it go full forward. It's almost like, again, Orlando is like, yeah, I like them together. Jed likes it too, so let's just fucking go through that. Also, we'll have Viv here. Viv's here too. And then we also have Speed, which everyone forgot about. You know, Wiccan's brother. Yeah, he plays a big part in this comic too. It's really, my Young Avengers heart skipped when I saw Speed doesn't just make a cameo, he runs to his uncle's aid. This comic, and also, it's kind of cool to see the Wizard be a credible threat. He's a classic Marvel villain, mainly Fantastic Four, but to see him as a credible threat is kind of cool. There is some unanswered questions, which again, if you were trying to read the content, volumes of these, it's going to bother you, because I guarantee you, like, the unanswered questions we're probably going to get are going to be mentioned in the next volume. But yeah, all in all, if you have been enjoying the Steve Orlando Scarlet Witch run, this should be no different. This was a lot of fun. Again, the core of it is the brother-sister relationship between Pietro and Wanda Wanda's growth as a character, which Orlando has been doing since that whole Darkhold miniseries. Like, yeah, it's all like, this is, again, Steve Orlando just more or less doing the damnedest he can to fix the damage done to Wanda over the years. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That's my review of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and Chris, thank you from the bottom of my heart once again for this comic. And yeah, other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.